Hello there, ladies and gents. It is I, Mr. Emo Raccoon, back again on this platform we call YouTube, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best way to complete all of the Acid Lab cell missions in GTA Online. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So before I show you guys the methods on how to complete these missions the best way possible, we need to go over the three type of Acid Lab cell missions that you can get in GTA Online. The first mission we need to talk about is the ambush mission. This is one single drop off of your Acid Lab vehicle in which you will drive to a designated area that you will then be ambushed by police. Once you are then ambushed, you are then required to head to a backup location to deliver your acid. The second one is the acid package mission, or as people like to call it, the PaperBoy mission. This mission is the one where you have to ride on your Manchez and you have to deliver 10 pieces of acid packages that are wrapped up in newspapers. And then finally, we have the stashing mission, where you have to go to 5 different locations and you have to stash your acid in one of 3 areas within those 5 locations. When doing so, you will either have a random chance to be spotted by the cops if you didn't place it in the correct area, or you will get lucky and there won't be any cops there to ambush you. But now that we've gone over them, let me explain how to do them the best way possible. Also, real quickly, before going into any of these Acid Lab missions, I highly recommend doing these 2 things here. The first thing you're going to do is make sure that you're doing these Acid Lab cell missions as a CEO, just so you have the ability to go ghost organization if need be, or if you're a GTA Plus member, you get it for free automatically, so why not just go ahead and ghost yourself. The second thing you're also going to want to do is, while being registered as a CEO, you're going to want to call one of the contacts within your phone. If you have them grayed out, of course, just go into your inventory and take off your phone contact favorites and enable one really quickly to do this. You're going to want to call one of your contacts. In this choice, I pick Lester, and you're going to request a job. This will be important later. But now that you've got these things set up, we can now begin with the Acid Lab cell missions. So the first Acid Lab mission that we're going to be looking at in this video is going to be the stashing Acid Lab mission. This is the one where you have to stash the acid at those 5 locations that I spoke about before. What you're going to do for this mission is basically, once you've already started it and you are a CEO, you're going to travel to one of these stashing locations. Now, once you're here, all you need to do is just stash the acid in any random place. And here's the thing, you're going to want to hope that you get the cops. Yes, that's right. You're going to want to hope that you get the cops on you. And you might say, well, why would I want the cops on me? It prevents me from stashing the acid. Well, here's how we're going to get around that. Once you get the cops at any of these stashing locations, it could be the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, doesn't matter. Once you get the cops, go ahead and go into your CEO interaction menu and bribe authorities. Do not, and I repeat, do not bribe authorities before stashing the acid and getting the cops on you. The reason being is because when you have bribe authorities on before getting the cops, the game will automatically take your bribe authorities away, and the only way to do it from there is to use Blester's cops turn blind eye ability. But we're going to be saving that just in the event that you don't make it to all 5 of the locations at once. As you can see in this clip here, I got kind of unlucky and I had to go all the way to Paleto Bay, but with that being said, we still made our deliveries no problem at all. Of course, being that I was in an invite-only session, but in a regular GTA Online session, it wouldn't be that much of a deal. Plus, like I said, if you're really getting threatened, all you need to do is put on some nice quick ghost organization, hide for a few seconds, and make your delivery safe and sound. But with that being said, let's move on to the next cell mission. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so the second mission that I'm going to be showing you guys how to tackle the best way is going to be the Acid Lab PaperBoy missions, or the acid package missions. These are the ones that you get where you essentially have to deliver 10 rolled up newspaper acid packages to these 10 random locations. But we're not going to do it the normal way. I'm going to show you guys how you can do this with your personal vehicle in GTA Online. So in the description of this video, I have linked a post by an Instagrammer by the name of GTA Network. And in this post right here, he basically compiled every single one of these RNG-based package drop missions and every single delivery spot in GTA Online. Someone actually figured out that you don't need to use your Manchez Scout to make all these deliveries, and you can actually use your personal vehicle. So, of course, in this clip, we're going to be choosing to use the Oppressor Mark II. Enough said. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and take our Manchez Scout to a very safe place, just so that we don't have to worry about somebody blowing up our bike while we do these deliveries. And we're going to take it to this location right here on the map. The reason why we're going to take it here is because no one will be able to blow up our Manchez Scout in this area unless they know one trick. There's one way to blow this thing up, but it does take a lot to do it. So in this area right here, you cannot blow up the man chest scout or even damage it unless you know this trick. The only way to damage the man chest scout is with a sniper rifle. You cannot use explosives, you cannot use regular bullet weapons, they will all be blocked by an invisible wall-breached wall. And while we have our man chest scout in this area, we can freely deliver the packages on a personal vehicle. But with that being said, just make sure that you check the post linked in the description by GTA Network, and it will show you every single location in order and how to deliver it to each and every location with your personal vehicle. While he does have every single exact drop point marked, all you need to make sure is that you're holding your acid package near the location, and you'll have roughly about a 10-meter radius yellow circle that will show you the green designated box that you need to deliver these acid packages into, just in the event that you're having trouble delivering these. And of course, he has posts for every single one of these acid package missions linked in that post right there. Like I said, I highly recommend getting yourself familiarized with this map, or if you want to, you can bookmark this post and use it whenever you need to. But with that being said, let's move on to the final acid lab mission. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so the final acid lab mission that we're going to be tackling in this video is going to be the ambush mission. This is the one that I spoke about before, where you have a designated drop-off point, you'll go to this point and get ambushed by a ton of undercover cops. This is how we're going to tackle this mission. I will have a video linked in the description of this video if you want to basically 100% perfectly do this mission every time by a YouTuber by the name of BeatsDown. He basically made a video that shows you how to complete this mission in under 30 seconds. However, unless you are a legitimate speedrunner, you probably won't be using those tactics in that video, but that's okay. I will show you guys exactly how to do this method regularly without having to plant C4 all over the place. Once you get this mission and you know for sure that it's a single drop-off mission, all you're going to want to do is take your man chest scout to that area, and you're going to want to make sure that you have a C4 in your hand. Once you have a C4 in your hand, of course, you're going to go ahead and blow up the nearest undercover vehicle that you can find. Most of the time in these areas, it's a very obvious gun van or undercover unmarked cruiser, and while doing so, all I said you need to do is basically blow up the cruiser or van that you're using. And once you've blown up this vehicle, you will instantly gain a 3-star wanted level. Here's where that request to job that I spoke about before comes in handy. What we're going to do is, once we have the cops on us, we're going to go ahead and join that job that we basically bookmarked from earlier from Lester or one of our contacts in our phone. When we start the job, basically what will happen is we'll get put on the job voting screen. However, we have essentially paid Lester to lose the cops for us. However, once you start any one of these missions, just make sure that if you have the ability to, go ahead and buy full ammo or full armor if it gives you the ability to. Sometimes, as you'll notice in this clip right here, it actually did not take my cops away from me. It actually reapplied the cops to me. So of course be careful, because sometimes that may happen. For any adversary mode or stunt race, this usually will not happen, but if it's a contact mission like we used in this clip right here, just make sure you buy ammo and buy armor. And once you load back into online, you'll spawn right next to your man chest scout with no cops on you, to which then you can freely deliver it to the drop-off location. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys did enjoy this video on how to complete all these cell missions the best way possible. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I'll try to answer as many of them as I can. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the generic crap that YouTubers tell you to do at the end of every video. I hope you guys can have an amazing time while doing these acid lab missions in GTA Online, and I will see you guys next time.